Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I am your host, Glenn Pooh Harding. And oh boy, we have a very special guest. This basketball head is a friend of the show. So if y'all want to hear his amazing story, scroll down my timeline on my YouTube page and you can check out our next guest full story. But tonight, we are talking about his amazing book that he has out, Buckeye, Missing Seasons, Player Perspective, by no other than our next guest, Bishop Lachlan, an Ohio State great, and now author, Brian Brown.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. East Coast, go hard. West Coast, go hard. Midwest, go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody, get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
What's happening, my brother? We on.
Oh, everything's great, my brother. Thanks for having me.
Nah. Listen,
okay,
brother.
Yes, sir. That intro is fire.
Excuse
me for my voice. Like I told you, my nose is a little stuffy. I'm sounding like Humpty Hump, but I'm really good.
No doubt, man. No doubt. I appreciate the compliment, man. Salute to my guy Kenny B. He hooked me up with a nice intro, but that song is mine. So people will get to hear that one day. Like I said, man, this is our platform for New York City. And whenever, you have something, you can always come on, man. You know what I mean? And you got this book.
I appreciate that.
You got this book. So
absolutely,
before we get into your book, I just want to let people know out there that just in case you guys and girls don't understand that New York City is more than just ball, okay? I'm going to keep it a buck. We got Khalid Green's book, Free Game, all right? He's been in the show. We got, I done made a mess. We got Nikki McCrimmon's book, Harlem Queen, okay? Who else? We got my guy Terrence Marsh Williams' book. All right?
Wow.
We got my guy Tasha Rod's book on mental health. Right? We got my guy Tracy Leonard Jameson, Family Business. I could go on, man. My guy Tamel Murphy, Poetry in Motion. Boys, doing poetry out here, man. What else, man? We got Dr. Laura Mealy, her book. Okay? We got my guy Jared Lockhart, Jeremy Holmes and Jared Lockhart's book, Coach Lockhart at LaGuardia. I could go on and on, man. And even we got my guy Delbert Prince, who gave you the history of Coney Island basketball. Okay? This is serious, man. We do more than just ball. Okay, we got a lot of intellectuals here. We got Shamik Cook, Omar Cook's brother, right? So this is what we do. And tonight, we're celebrating my guy Brian Brown's book, okay? And I'm going to give y'all a flash of what that looks like so you guys and girls can understand what we dealing with here in New York City when it comes to this ball thing. So if y'all want to go on Amazon or all platform where they sell books, cop my man's book, yo. Let's show some love and show him that we appreciate everything that he gave us, and he's giving back to us in a big way, man. So again, man, we're gonna blow a tech on you right now, big. You deserve it, fam. You're doing great things, man. We appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. That's
Man.
dope. I didn't know all of those people wrote books, man, and that's crazy. But Shamik Cook, we grew up in the same, same building, 342 Hudson. So he kind of inspired me to want to write a book. And when I saw him putting out his first couple books, I'm like, yo, that's the bro.
He
So
has
I
a
had to
few. He
support
has
it.
a few books
I mean,
out, right?
automatically. Yeah, the few he been doing some cameos and shows and all that. So salute to Shamik Cook. That's the big bro.
That's right, man. But tonight, man, we're here to celebrate you, and your great book. So let's get right into it. What made you write this book?
Okay, like I said, I seen my guy Shamik Cook wrote a book, and I was just like, yo, that's crazy. I always wanted to write a book, and I think we all, being from New York City, got thousands of books in our head that we could just write, any given moment. And today, they just make it easier for you to write. But getting into what inspired me to write the book is that one of my professions is I'm a wellness coach at one of these alternative high schools here in Columbus. And end of last year, I ended up taking the kids up to the Schottenstein Arena where Ohio State basketball play, and took about 8 students up there. And as we on our tour looking at the arena, of course, they heard so much about Mr. Brown and what I did at Ohio State and wooty wooty woo. So now they get to the spot where I played at, and they're looking up at the banners, and I'm looking up at the banner, and I had to explain to them why my years aren't on the banners due to an NCAA violation or what have you. So now that just led to them cracking more jokes and messing around, and it kind of dawned on me like, yo, the kids that's here now going to the school and the kids to come in the future, they're not gonna know that we was here like that unless they do their research or what have you. So that kind of sat with me a wrong way. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna talk about that. Talk about, what happened, how the players felt then, how we feel now versus, all what went down,
Man. Ayatollah Beast in the building. He said I gotta blow a tech on you again, fam. And these are all positive texts, man. So no doubt, man. This is awesome, man. Look, like you said, us ball players, we have 1,000 books in our head. And it wasn't until you had hit me up and said, well, you sent me the book, and I was like, wow, yo, bro, you gotta come on and talk about this. And then I'm looking at all these books down here of all the ball players who wrote books, and I'm saying to myself, yo, G, you got to get in your job, because all of these stories that you're telling online, I'm just starting to reveal a lot of these stories, the things that I went through personally in my journey, my basketball journey. And you the one that's inspiring me right now, fam. After seeing all of these books, I never thought about it until I was like, damn, this is the pattern. This is something that we all should kind of consider, right? Because we just look at the books like, the authors just do that, but they had to get stories. And what great stories that in our lives that we could put together and put it out and share with the world.
Absolutely. And it's not that hard. You just got to get started. You get started with your ideas and put it down, and before you know it, you right there. It's over with, and it's like, wow, you got it out. And a story lasts forever. That's your legacy. That's
Facts.
words that if you pass on, somebody could get your book and read your thoughts. So that was dope to me. I got so many compliments of people saying, yo, I'm proud of you. That's dope. And I gave Shamik Cook the same compliment when he said, yo, I got a book. I'm an author. It's like, oh, word. Like, wow, I got to support that. So it's just dope coming from where we come from, what have you, to see somebody do something like that. It's like, oh, yeah, you got to salute that.
Listen, we also I had Michelle Reed on here, right? And she have a book called What Happens After the Game. And it's just last week. So, brother, like, it's crazy that we're coming out the woodwork with all of these great books for people to read. So I want to jump into those missing seasons, right? And kind of give us an insight of what happened with those missing seasons so we can kind of fill in the blanks without giving away too much of the book. Can we do that?
Right. Absolutely. So the 1998 to '02 seasons was vacated. Those are the years I went to Ohio State, 1998 to 2002. It wasn't vacated until a couple of years after I was out of Ohio State. I was already moved on. I was overseas. So, when the news came down that the violation would hit home, it didn't really hit home to most of the players because we was moved on from Ohio State, So uh, it didn't ring the same. But fast forward to now, you kind of realize the significance of not having those things, your years representing on those banners. Even though Ohio State has been very hospitable to all of the players who still stay around the program, they still make sure they include us, and they remember what happened. Everybody know what happened. We still got our rings to show what we did, but the banners and the signs that's up that's not showing that, and we can't appear in any highlights of any Final Four celebration with all the stuff we did. All them little nuances get taken away, and it's like, for what? You know what I mean? And when you read the book and you see what happened, what was over, in comparison to what's going on today with NIL deals and everything, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So for me, it was just telling the story about like what happened. You know what I mean? It was not a hit on Ohio State or anybody else. It was just telling our story about what happened.
Isn't that crazy that guys are getting thousands upon thousands of dollars and we couldn't get like $1? We couldn't have a job.
It's
Not
crazy,
saying, well, these
right?
kids can have a job, but they getting paid to play.
Right. It's called how it is.
Bro, you guys would have at least been seeing 100 stacks. Easy. That would have been nothing. Big Ten basketball, easy 100 stacks. My guy,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should say his name. No, I'm not going to keep his name because I don't know if this may affect him in his job. Well, a college coach told me, he said, yo, G, the dude on the bench is bringing home like 50. You got people in the real world that's not getting paid 50 G's. 50 G's?
I know it.
And it was no Ohio State. Trust me, it wasn't on our Ohio State level. So I'm just like, damn. So that would have been big time, 100,000 minimum.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
And
what are your thoughts
with
on
us
that?
being from New York and having to get the gab, I'd have probably got that. We was a little delayed. My bad.
What
Say
you
that
said?
again.
I can't hear you.
We was a little delayed. I was saying something while you.
No.
Can you hear me now?
Right. I can hear you. No, what I was saying is, what are your thoughts on the NIL? Right? Just as you being who you are right now and knowing what you know.
My thoughts on it is that is dope. You know what I'm saying? I could only wish it was around when I was around. I'm not gonna hate on any of the players that's getting it. You know what I'm saying? But a part of me like, dang, I get a little reparations or something. You want to be like that.
Yo,
I get a little kickback, but
yo, he said reparations. Talk that talk, B. Yo, that's real.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
real.
you get a
You
little
put in your
kickback.
time.
Yeah.
We all did. We all
You
played
know.
D1 in some level or form or another. Can we get that check? Can you throw us a little
Right.
something? Man.
Right. I mean, because it is what it is. But like I tell my son, like, yo, he's only in 8th grade. I got twins, a boy and a girl. That's in 8th grade, and then my son, he's playing ball a little bit, and I got a 5th grade son as well. But I tell him like, yo, the game has changed crazy. You could go to college nowadays, get paid for playing ball, and potentially after 4 years of college, make enough money to where you don't have to never work a job again. You don't have to go on to the next level because you made enough money in the college level to open new businesses, network, and keep it pushing. Like it's different. It's set up totally different. Like it's like you, but he don't see that yet. But of course, me, this is with my mind.
Right, right. No, because a good thing that you're there and they have you because you got that experience, right? You got that know-how, knowing that okay, we could set you up and be good, right? And
Mm-hmm.
kind of direct you in a
Absolutely.
different situation where we didn't have that. We got to come back into the real world and kind of find our way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the big
Mm-hmm.
difference.
Absolutely.
That's a big difference in everything. Um, my guy Perry Carter went to Ohio State, right? He played with Jim Jackson. He was my
Mm-hmm.
teammate up at MCI. And one of the things I remember him telling me was like, yo, G, yo, Ohio State is its own city. Like it's people I saw there that I've never saw again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
That's a
that
fact.
true? Like now, you know, I don't know if you marry or have a significant other. This is not pointing towards you. But he would tell me, he's like, yo, G, if you saw a girl and you didn't holler at her then, you probably ain't gonna see her no more. And I was like, is that
That
big?
was one of the things that was one of the things one of the a couple of the fellas told me off the jump, and I thought they were joking, but it was true because you never knew you would run into because the campus is so big, so many people. I mean, if you can imagine like going to Albee Square Mall.
Facts.
That's imagine Albee Square Mall is the eating spot, but the whole downtown Fulton Street, DeKalb, wrapping all the way around to Fort Greene, coming all the way around downtown. All of that is campus, but Albee Square is the eating spot.
Facts.
So
My
it's
guy,
just like that. That gives you a better idea.
my guy CK said biggest university in the country. Is that true?
You know what? I don't even know. I know they're top three as far as alumni and students, like 40, 50,000, something crazy. But I don't know if it's the biggest in the country. I'm not sure. I should know that though.
Hold on. I got the computer.
It's up there.
Enrollment is
Right.
29,217. That is literally bigger than some towns and some cities. Not the major
Mm-hmm.
cities, but we talking about, like you said, that whole area of town, that whole downtown district, right? Is that one
Mm-hmm.
university.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, do you think your book will receive any backlash because of the information you gave, or you think it's just straightforward and honest?
I don't think it receiving a backlash. I was very, very aware of that. That's why several times throughout the book I put in bold print. What I mean, like a disclaimer saying that this book, the intentions of this book, isn't to um causing harm to Ohio State or its coaches or anyone like that. This book is just pointing out how the players felt then versus how we feel now. That's just the intent. Very clear. I mean, I pointed out a number of times, probably 6 or 7 times, I made that statement. So almost to the point where a few people tell me like, yeah, you ain't had to do that. It's very clear what you were saying. Everything was good money. What I mean, like that. So I don't think they do, but I'm gonna talk how I talk anyways. But I think they'll be cool with everything.
That's dope. That's dope. So if y'all don't know, we are talking to Brian Brown, Bishop Loughlin, Ohio State great, and now author of the new book, Buckeyes, Missing Season, Player's Perspective. You got it down on the screen on the bottom. Go cop the book on Amazon or all platforms where they sell books. Let's support the brother and show him that love. Did you interview any of the guys you played with, or it just came from your perspective?
No, I actually interviewed basically the class of 1998 because we was the ones that was affected the most as far as losing our total uh, seasons from 98 to '02. I interviewed Scooney Penn a little bit, but at the time he was in Vegas Summer League. You know, he coached in the can't even think of the Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was busy, but I got his perspective a little bit. I talked to Boban Savovich, who a lot of the stuff was about, you know what I mean, first, and got his perspective on it. And I haven't spoken to him over 10 years. So that was dope catching up with him and finally getting his perspective because the speculation was out there. And like I said, everybody had moved on from Ohio State already. And I never just got a chance to say, yo, what happened, son? What happened? Like, you know, that was my boy like that. I said, yo, what happened? But no, everybody moved on with life and things went on and it just never came around. I, you know, follow him on Facebook. I would see him, he would see me, you know, his life going, my life going. But I just never got to ask him the question until I end up writing his book. So that stuff come out and it's dope, you know.
Listen, I'm saying this, you know, so our house they can feel how they want to feel, but that's some sucker-ish to penalize a group of kids who moved on already with their lives, and now you're going to come down with these rules. First of all, y'all didn't want to pay us for decades. Then y'all come around, and now y'all got to check for us entering school. Y'all said we had to take the SATs. Now y'all saying we don't have to take the SAT anymore. It's like America for real. What? The kids don't have to take SATs anymore. That's done. Hold on, B. You never heard of that? Super Tech.
Wow. Nah, I know that.
Facts. 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 They don't have to take SATs anymore.
Wow.
It's like.
So all you gotta do is be nice.
That's it. And again, you got good grades, right? You still got to have good grades, right? And you know,
wow.
When we were younger, dude had a bag of weed in him, he get locked up. Now they got weed stores on every corner. Go figure. America, you foul. You foul. You foul.
Do what they want when they want, right? That's crazy. I mean, the NCAA, I mean, been getting away with what they've been getting away with for a long time. I mean, it's called it what it is. When I was coming up, you know, our payment was you're getting a college degree free. You're getting $100,000 education for free. This is your payment. We can't pay you. I mean, it is. It was what it was, you know. But
right.
When you look back at it, it's like, come on, man. Like that was crazy, but we dealt with it.
Yo, first of all, hold on. I'm bringing this up because at one time, guys used to get paid for playing college basketball, right? They were getting paid. Football players getting paid. They was getting some kind of bread, and this was early on. And I'm trying to look up the year now. Hold up. I'm gonna look up the year right now. Should have been prepared for this, but okay. It says in 1906, 1 year after college football season, which resulted in the deaths of 18 students and severe injuries, 150 players, 62 members, schools formed the Intercollegiate Athletic Association, right? This was to kind of regulate college sports. But what happened was dudes wanted to get paid, right? So, you know, they saw people, they were selling tickets and guys was getting some form of a piece, and it wasn't against the rules. It wasn't until the NCAA said that college sports is amateurism. And now what they do, the NCAA is a non-for-profit organization. no taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So hold on. Y'all getting all this free money, no taxes, no real overhead, but you're going to penalize the kids that's playing. And what Jalen Rose said on an interview one time, he said that the NCAA makes sure it gets the most out of its black players, meaning football and basketball, right? Football, you can't go from high school to the pros. You have to put in some time in the NCAA. And for a long time, you couldn't come out early in college basketball. You know, you had to declare hardship. And then later on, the more money they started to see they could get with the younger players and get them in early and get them out early, they said, you know what? We could let them come straight out of high school. They got LeBron and a few other players. Then they said, nope, you got to do a year. And then
Yeah.
penalize guys like yourself. Body. You broke their laws. You didn't break the laws of the land. And their laws, is it really worth anything? Because now, like I said, the kids don't have to take SAT exams, and now kids are getting paid thousands of dollars. LeBron James' son, I think, Bronny, is getting paid like what, 6-7 mil, and his father's already a billionaire. No
Mm-hmm.
hate on Bronny though. No hate on Bronny.
Right.
When you talk about those missing seasons, how much, when you reflect and think about all the things that y'all accomplished at Ohio State, how much of that hurts, or how much of that is disappointing to you that you guys will never be celebrated the way you're supposed to be?
Like excuse me, my
It's
voice
all
is
right.
crazy.
Don't worry about it. You good.
It don't really. It's not like it hurts because I'm way over it. Like I said in the book, I've been in and out of the Schottenstein Center probably 50 and 100 times since hearing about the situation. It just hurt at that moment, which made me think about the importance of legacy, like how that, how if no one talks about this, or if it's not Google or a subject of topic, that no one's gonna know what we did. And
Right.
everybody know, like, we was the team that put Ohio State back on the map after having several years of bad basketball. We made the Final Four in '99. We won they first Big Ten championship in school history. My class did. That this is big with all of the players that came out of this program. So, like, for that to not be talked about or be put on banners, I understand the violation was the violation.
Right.
But when you look at the circumstances, you start getting back at the story, it's like, what do we talk about here? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And why is it that the players seem like they suffered more than anyone else, especially those who wasn't even involved? They have nothing to do with nothing. So it's crazy when you look at it.
Wow. So I'm looking at it now and it says history erased. Ohio State unable to recognize 1999 Final Four. Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It says it was probably 2 weekends ago when Michigan and Illinois took turns celebrating the 30th anniversary of their respective Final Four men's basketball. Michigan, as many recall, won the national championship behind Glenn Rice, Ramil Robinson, blah, 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 blah. So unfortunately, there was not and will not be a similar ceremony this season for Ohio State, right? The Buckeyes made a remarkable run to the Final Four in St. Petersburg after not making the tournament in any of the 6 previous seasons. Whoa. So for you guys knowing that, like, damn, like we the ones that kind of rebuilt this program, right? Because we all know that Ohio State is, or what they say, a quote unquote football school. Then you guys come and put the basketball team back on the map, even though they had some great players there. Y'all put them back on the map, and then when they felt like it, because they didn't come after y'all when it happened, they came after and said, let's take this away from them. Do you think the NCAA had it out for you guys?
I'm not gonna say they had it out for us. I think they were looking at a lot of circumstantial evidence because the guy Boban Savovich, like I talked about in the book, he stayed with a Serbian family that was staying here in Columbus over the summers since his freshman year because he couldn't go back home because there was war going on and for fear of getting drafted to the war, potentially even getting killed at war. So he was staying in Columbus, like most players like myself go home to New York for a month or two, come back. He didn't have that privilege. So since he was staying there and he was putting that time in with the family, a member of that family ultimately is the one who went to the NCAA. So they had a lot of records, so to speak, of the history of him being there. So I think it was a combination of the NCAA hearing those stories of what happened from that person's side on top of Ohio State, seeing that, hey, this guy was with them for a while. This is looking a little shaky. We don't know. So we just going to wash our hand with that because it's looking too funny, type of thing. So.
Was he going to the league?
No, he wasn't even that type of player like that. He wasn't the type of player that you would look to be paying or something like that on some Jesus Shuttleworth type of stuff. And he admit that. Boban's my guy. He admit that. Even when the story broke, he couldn't believe everything that went on. It was just the fact that she said something which he claimed that wasn't true, and the NCAA believed it was warranted for investigation, and we're here because of that.
That is absolutely bonkers. So, because we know the NCAA is a business, it's not human, but the people on the board are human. Here's a kid who couldn't go back to his homeland because of the war and strife that was going on. He goes back there. He may lose his life. He doesn't have any family members here because his family is back in his home country. Why can't we make a special exception for kids like that? Right? The kids who need a new home, who came over here for a better opportunity, because this is what happened to a lot of the immigrants who came from over in Europe to America for a better life. And if we could place them with a surrogate family. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to stop you. I'm sorry, because the NCAA, we checked with the NCAA according to Boban, and it was okay for him to stay with the family. That's why they allowed it. It was just the person who was with the family saying that she was giving Boban X amount of dollars per week throughout his stay at Ohio State, with the understanding she will receive that back from someone and then some, which she didn't. So she blew the whistle on that. And according to Boban, the whole story was made up by her.
My guy Ayatollah B is right on point. My guy's on point. He said Ultra Tech. And this is not a good tech either. She was foul. That was foul. You agreed to make sure the kid get a place to stay, but you're looking for something in return. And in her mind, I guarantee you, B, I guarantee you, she looked at him as a meal ticket. And y'all knew he probably wasn't a player like that to go to the league.
You already know what
thought,
it was.
oh, he going to the NBA. Yo, you are foul. Whoever you are dead foul. That's crazy. This is this is crazy. Now I heard, you hear about the violations, but you just hear about them and just like, okay, another violation, so what? But now I'm hearing the behind the scenes, and if you go online, you probably can look it up, but you ain't gonna get the inside scoop like my guy Brian's book. So you make sure you go buy the book so you can get the player's perspective on what happened. You always want to get the insight of the players of what happened. There you go. And that's a dope cover, my G. Oh, I didn't even see that. Turn it back. Go to the back. Go to the back. Go to the back and turn around. That's hard.
That's when we returned from the Final Four. That's how we had about 5,000 people outside waiting on us.
Wow. Crazy, man. Great. But let's give big props to Ohio State, correct? Because they still welcome you guys. They still, celebrate you in like not in the way that they could, but they're not barring you from campus like they did in Michigan. Like a lot of those dudes, they couldn't come back to campus for a lot of years.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, most of the guys that still in contact with the program, they still show love. I still go to former captains dinner that they have every year. Former player meal that we just had about a month ago. All the players was out, all of the old timers, all the way up to the present. So I'm still heavily around the program. So I mean, it's they can't recognize us as far as the banners is concerned, as far as the trophies and things like that. Even on highlights of all the different teams and years, sometimes we don't really have. I don't see our years of what we did in those highlight reels as much. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a lot of unspoken and missing stuff. But Ohio State is all love. You know what I mean? I'm still heavy involved with the program. I still go to games. Like I said, they still show love.
Do you think Coach Jim O'Brien was treated unfairly?
Absolutely.
As well as you guys.
Well, I don't think he was treated as unfairly as we were, because he did have some small role in what he did, even though what he did really wasn't nothing. I don't really want to get into specifics of what he did, but I did let him look at this book before I put it out, because I wanted to hear his thought. He and I had a really close relationship when I was a player, and still after he and I got a good relationship. I'll call him periodically. So his thoughts was important to me, especially with a topic that's 20 years old now and things like that. I definitely didn't want to bring up no old feelings, but the situation irked me, and when I got into the going down a rabbit hole of talking to some of my teammates, it irked them too. Like I found out Will Dudley felt the same way when he went into the Schottenstein Arena. When his kids would look up to the banners, they would ask him the same questions. He would have to explain to them what happened, and it actually kept him from going to the arena as much as he would like to, just for that simple fact. And lo and behold, I had the same sentiment at a time or two. So it was like, wow, like, see, that's something I would never know had I did this book and reached out to certain people and picked their brain.
Did you ever speak to Michael Redd and get his perspective?
I didn't speak to Mike about it. I spoke to a couple other teammates, like I said, Scooney Penn, Boban Salvovich, Doylan Robertson. I mainly stuck around the guys that was recruited. The 1998 class that was recruited. Scooney Penn, because he played an instrumental part on my decision to come into Ohio State, and he was part of that run. Michael Redd, I reached out to, but I wasn't able to get him, so I wasn't real concerned about involving too many players and making the book too big. I wanted the book to be just the way it is, like it is. Right. 81 pages, a nice book you could have on a subway, you could bust down. is mad good. It's a page turner. You know what I mean? Just like it is. You know what I mean? Not too much. Not not going too heavy. But I guarantee you'll like it.
I can't hear you. Your mic went out.
Yeah, I think I'm back now. I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
my bad.
nah, we the article also says an Ohio State spokesman was also asked if any kind of recognition of the 1999 team was in the works, and he said no. And we asked the NCAA. The spokesman said they said we could not do it because the team's records were all vacated by the sanctions. We even posted the question to Ohio State athletic director Gene Smith, himself a former member of the NCAA men's basketball committee, as well as the infractions committee. The rules are the rules, Smith said. We made an agreement with the NCAA on the sanctions, and we are going to stay true to the agreement. We are fortunate that we cannot periodically recognize individuals who were a part of that team, but have ultimately continued to contribute. Man, what a crock of bull. This is crazy. Say you look at Scooney, who is obviously working for us now. He's constantly recognized and people know he played on that team. Obviously, Jason works for us now and people know him. He's doing a phenomenal job. Michael Redd has a presence. He's not only a major donor for us, but he comes to our contest and he helps us recruit. Listen, he's a major donor right now. More money, more money, more money. And as our beloved BIG said, more money, more problems. It's crazy. And that kid wasn't getting millions. That kid didn't get an NIL deal. He was just getting money to survive. And we all know when we in college, we are broke. Broke. You're a Division I athlete, you were broke. And nobody cared because they told us you had a scholarship. Be happy for your scholarship. And that's it. Which is crazy.
That's right.
You have something you wanted to add? You just want to say something?
No, I was saying you're right. You're absolutely right. You're broke, but you're good. Like you don't want for nothing. You got training tables. You got means to eat. Very good dinner. I lived off campus since my freshman year, so I had money to pay for my rent from the university, and my rent wasn't. I'm gonna find an apartment that's best for me. If I'm gonna get $800 from the university, I found an apartment for $350. That's my New York skills.
Fact.
So now I got a couple extra $100. So all the notion guys needing money or whatever is okay. How much money you need and what you trying to do. I came to Ohio State with a 1994 white act with beige interior and a sunroof.
Hold on,
you know what
fam.
I mean? At
Hold
19.
you guys is living. Hold on, fam. You guys is living. Woo! Some of the guys that come on here, you hear their stories, they wasn't set like that. Now I know you came up there on your own with it, but just living off campus, and you also had the mind state of a New Yorker to make that and stretch that $800 and make it work for you. So that's kudos to you, brother.
Right.
Kudos to you. What are your thoughts on Mikey Williams and what he's going through now?
Mikey Williams, I didn't what he's going through. I didn't even hear.
Mikey Williams
was one of the
top players in the country. He had a $2.5 million NIL deal, and now he's facing 20 years.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that
Some
young man.
fans, they were random fans, showed up to his house, and he bust some shots in the air. He didn't bust at them. He bust some shots in the air, and now he's facing 28 years in prison.
That is a tragedy. I don't know the all of the story, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, what state this was in?
I think this is California. Do you think they're making an example out of him because of the NIL situation, and they want to make him the poster child for like, y'all got this money, y'all get out of line. One time we're gonna make y'all pay.
I could see that. I definitely could see that. I mean,
he didn't kill
I hope
anyone.
this is
Now I
an
didn't say.
example.
Listen, I'm not advocating anyone to have a gun. Trust me. I'm not advocating for anyone, any teenagers that have a gun. But I'm just saying, he didn't kill anyone. He didn't shoot anyone. He didn't shoot at anyone. He busted shots in the air to scare him, to get them off his property.
Wow.
28 years this young man is facing.
That could have been any one of us. Because I mean, in the heat of the moment, situation like that, you think you're doing the right thing. You shooting up in the air, the warning shot, to let them know. You're not thinking that that's gonna result in what he's facing now. So prayers to him and his family, man. I didn't know that story. I heard a little bit about it, but I didn't know the everything that you're telling me now. That's crazy.
Now, again, if you have 2.5 million, 2 million period, I think that's enough to pay for some security. Let them do it, right? But again, you young with all this money, no parental guidance there to kind of guide you. You could kind of stumble and make the wrong decisions, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a young man who never committed a crime, and his first offense, he's getting hit with 28 years. If he shot somebody, if he went to kill somebody, I get it, right? We understand a little bit better. Now, again, I'm not advocating for any young kid to have a gun, but in that situation, we see it on social media. Dudes running up at people's houses in California. They running up in Star's crib. Running up, got Pop Smoke. Puff Daddy had a dude run up in his crib, and Puff got a damn mini army outside his crib. So it's just a messed up situation to be in, man. Just a messed up situation to be in. When did you finally release your book?
The actual date. Ooh, you caught me off guard. I think it was October 18th. October 18th. So a couple of weeks now. It's been out.
How did you feel when you finally got it in your hands and got to look at it?
Oh man, that's a great question. I felt like I did it. Like I'm like this. I'm looking at it like, wow, like it felt like something too. Like the image, it came out good with the all black, and it just looked like a pair of Jordans or something. You just messing you messing it a little bit, and then the love I
That's hot. That's hot. Word.
That's the only understanding I can make you feel. Yeah, it felt like just a pair of Jordans, and then just the fact that the accomplishment of finishing a book. Just to say you finished a book, and then the people that had reach out to me and just say, "Yo, that's what's up, B. I'm proud of you, son." Just to say that, what I mean, I'm proud of you. That's dope. What I mean, means a lot.
No, yo, bro. Like I said, man, I'm definitely proud of you, man. And I just showed you all the books that I had here, and it wasn't until you DM me to cover the book that I really started to think about it. And I'm not just saying it because I have you here. I was saying to myself, damn, like it was just like another. I was proud like another athlete because the only people see us one way as the ball player, right? Ball player, all right, we expect that. Oh, you a coach? Oh, we expect that. Oh, you got a basketball podcast? Oh, we expect that. For you to write a book, yo, bro, that takes us to a whole new level. You know what I'm saying? So for you to do that, man, for you to be from the town and knowing, you know, where you come from, man, and what you accomplished, man, I'm proud of you, brother, for sure.
I appreciate it, bro.
No
Definitely,
doubt,
I
man.
appreciate it.
No doubt, man. So I don't want to keep you here too long. I know you want to go ahead and relax and drink your tea, man. But what I'm gonna do,
Yeah.
I'm a might probably like next week sometime or sometime during the weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna post all of these books online, and I'm gonna give them its own page. I'm not gonna put them back to back to back. You know how you gotta fly through because there's so many books.
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
give everybody their own page, man, and really promote this thing. And hopefully we can inspire some other cats or women, say cats, some other men and women out there to tell their story and whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Dope. I think that'd be dope, and encourage reading amongst our community, which is something we need to do more. You know what I mean? And
Facts.
for me, it went back to what was it? The Coldest Winter Ever. Right? My aunt was reading that book, and I used to hate reading, but I got that book, and it's talk about all hood type of stuff and about this, that, and the third. So for a basketball dude to get a book talking about basketball and what happened from a basketball perspective, it might push you to want to read more other books. Oh, I like reading now. I was in my mind for a second, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean?
Nah, salute to your aunt, man, and that was a dope book. That was a dope book, for sure, for sure. And I do agree. I do agree. You know, we're both educators, and when we could promote reading, exercising your mind, you know, sometimes we gotta get up out our phone because we up in our phones a lot, right? And we don't have the books in our hand. It just gives a broad perspective, and we can learn more. You get what I'm saying? So, man, again, yo, Brian,
Absolutely.
man, listen, I'm gonna say this again. Whenever you do something, whenever you want to come on, anytime, bro, just hit me up. We'll make sure we make it happen, man. And we're gonna promote this the right way. And hopefully we get those sales up and get you the number one. Because we gotta support each other, New York. And I know this is going out to everybody across the world. People in Ohio are gonna see this. Let's support our own. We always saying, you know, New York, you know, we don't, some people in New York don't support each other, but we all grown now. Shit, we got jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna spend that on those Jordans. We gonna spend that buying that bottle. We can purchase that book, man. And even if you don't read it, you
Absolutely.
could pass it on to somebody else, and hopefully they can enjoy it. But let's support that book, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Definitely. I appreciate you letting me come up on the platform. And like you said, if you don't want to read it, get it for your little nephew or something. We talk about $13.99 on Amazon. We're not talking about a lot of money. $13.99 for you get for yourself or for a family member who's playing ball or something. It's a good read, you know what I mean? And I think you will like it.
Fact. So this is what I'm gonna do, right? I'm not just gonna talk about it, right? I'm gonna be about it. So y'all gonna see me do it live in action right now. Hold on. Because we got to support our own, man. Real talk. So right here I go, right here. Y'all see that, right? Here's the book. Here's the back, so y'all see, right? This is what we gonna do. Boom, boom. Right? See that? See that? It says continue. We're gonna do that right now. Facts. This is real, fam. All right, so it's $13.99, and it's going to like $1.24 tax. America's gonna do that to you. You're gonna have to pay Uncle Sam. So that's not coming from my guy. We're gonna have to do that regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have it by this weekend.
Mm-hmm. That's
Fact.
what's up.
That's what we do, fam. Yo, much love, B.
That's what's up.
Appreciate you, man. Continue success. Keep doing your thing, bro. Salute.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. Much love. Salute.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Feel better too, my G.
Mm-hmm. I will. I'm about to go.
No doubt. Peace. Man, see, that's what we about. It's New York City, right? And I gotta make sure I purchase Michelle Reed book as well. So I'm gonna do that as well. So I have both of those books. And this way I have my own library and I'm gonna put it right next to my trophies and we're gonna stack them up because we all we got. We all we got. And I know y'all hear me saying NYC, NYC, you know, but we talking about all of New York. Talking about all of New York. Upstate, Long Island, and all 5 boroughs. Facts. That's what we do, Cal. Support our own. Yo, enjoy your vacation, Cal. I'll see you when you get back. To all my basketball heads out there, I'm about to sign off. Just had my guy, Brian Brown, the author of Buckeyes Missing Season, Player's Perspective. Go cop that. All right. I'm your host, Glenn Pooh Harding. You've been watching Basketball Heads Live, the podcast on NYC Basketball History. Because we are the official home for New York City basketball. And as we always do around this time, peace.